Hi, it's Dr. Elisha Van Dusen at New Hope Chiropractic. It's no secret that plastic refuse and garbage is taking over our world in a not so slow fashion. Um, for example, nearly 500 million plastic straws are used in the US every single day, and as many as 8.3 billion pollute beaches worldwide. In fact, some cities like Seattle have banned their use and has two airlines and several companies in an effort to reduce plastic pollution. Starbucks, too, announced that they'll ban plastic straws and stirrers, and they've redesigned the lids in their cold drinks and will offer biodegradable straws for their frappuccinos. Um, Several wildlife photographers, too, have found plastic straws in very, very remote areas around the world where you wouldn't expect to see plastic straws. So, um, plastic litter, non-biodegradable litter is just really taking over, and it's um, also at great risk for affecting our health in the long run. Um, Drinking straws are one of the oldest utensils, but only became popular during the Industrial Revolution in the late 1800s. The ancient Sumerians were one of the first societies, for example, to brew beer, and they used long, thin tubes made from metal to reach the liquid below the line of fermentation. So they've been used for a long time, but only in the 20th century, obviously, did they become mass-produced, and was cheaper to produce plastic ones, and then that, along with producing lots of other plastic items, disposable plastic items, like drinking straws and food packaging items, things like that, did problems really start developing with stuff building up and creating some real health issues for people and also animals. So here's some things you can do to reduce plastic refuse in the environment and use less of it, hopefully, and make it go farther. Hopefully reuse and recycle some of it so it doesn't build up and cause health problems and environmental problems later on. You want to avoid plastic bags as much as possible, including for snacks and food storage. Also, if you can, reuse them. If they're not too dirty or damaged, just try to reuse them over and over again so they don't just end up in the trash or even in the recycling. Avoid disposable straws as much as possible. Try to use reusable ones made from stainless steel, bamboo, or even glass. They're widely available now. Also choose non-plastic toothbrushes made from bamboo or flax, and they'll be better for the environment. Avoid disposable plastic bottles so they don't end up in landfills. Even recycling them becomes very expensive and taxing on the environment too. Bring your own reusable water bottle instead. Bring your own mug for coffee, and those can be out of ceramic or stainless steel or heat-resistant glass. Request no plastic wrap for your newspaper and dry cleaning. Fewer and fewer people are getting newspapers these days because online media is taken over. But if you do get newspapers, try to request no plastic wrap. And also with your dry cleaning. Store foods in glass containers or mason jars rather than plastic containers, and plastic freezer bags. Also the plastic containers. Plastic can leach out into the food and make the food more toxic. Avoid processed foods, not only obviously for their negative health benefits, negative impact on your health, but also, again, that's less plastic wrapping that goes into the environment. Buy fresh produce instead, and bring your own bags or forgo the plastic bags entirely. Opt for non-disposable razors, washable feminine hygiene products, diapers too, cloth diapers if you can, infant toys made out of wood rather than plastic. Wash synthetic clothes less frequently, and when you do, use a gentle cycle to reduce the number of fibers released, and consider using products that catch laundry fibers in your washing machine as well, so you don't have that going into the water supply. And then also when washing out paintbrushes, try to capture the rinse water in a jar and dispose of it in a designated place for used paint, so it doesn't go in the landfill or doesn't go into the water supply. That's especially important for washing out paintbrushes that you've used for turpentine or other things that like wood finishes that are especially toxic. You can also make your own paint, milk-based paint, in lieu of plastic-based latex paint or acrylics. You can add lemon juice to skim milk and filter out the curd and add natural pigments, but that may be too much work for you. But if you're using just conventional paint or varnishes, wash out the paintbrushes and rollers and try to capture the water and dispose of that properly so it doesn't go into the water supply. So these are all things you can do to help out the environment, also your own health in the long run and the health of wildlife and animals, and just use these products sparingly and try to reuse them as much as possible. And for other great health tips, go to newhopechiropractic.com, and with this, have a healthy day.